Good evening, everyone. I hope you've had a good day today. My name is Lisa, and I am a life coach and a nutrition and health coach. I'm joined by my very special guest, Sarah, who is also a life coach and who does meditations and hypnotherapy and a few other things. Um, I'd like to remind you all that I do have short-term memory because I had a car accident 18 years ago. So if I'm repeating myself, I do apologise. It's just my short-term memory.
Yeah,
So how about you then, Sarah?
yeah, and I had a motorcycle accident 3 years ago, a very serious one. I'm not lucky to be here, basically. Um, so head injury again, short-term memory.
Right, and today we're going to be overcoming limiting beliefs and feel empowered. So identifying limiting beliefs done through, well, there's different kinds of and identifying limiting beliefs. So they're still working on my bathroom because we had a slight problem with the flooring, so they're working a bit later than normal today. Um, so if you hear a lot of noise in the background, that's just them doing the bathroom. So, but identifying limiting beliefs can be done by self-reflection, um, which we will encourage our clients to reflect on their own thoughts and beliefs, and we will be asking them to identify any negative or self-limiting thoughts that might be holding them back and exploring those and help seeing if we can help them overcome them, because I believe that any limitations that us humans put on ourselves can be overcome with the right thought process and the right way of dealing with things. The limiting beliefs can be overcome.
Yep.
It can also be done by journaling. So sometimes we might ask you to start your own journal and write down your thoughts and just things you've done that day, anything you've accomplished that day, and just write them all down so you can look back on it and say, "Oh yeah, I've done that," and that overcomes a limiting belief. Another way we will could possibly do things is by questioning, by teaching the clients to challenge their limiting beliefs by asking questions like, is this belief true? Or what evidence do I have to support this belief? So it could be, for example, my limiting belief at one stage a few years ago, well, quite a few years ago. So I still got a blasted cough. Um, that I couldn't walk without having a rollator, which is a walker but on wheels. Um, and I didn't believe that I could walk without it. Now I've overcome that by pushing myself, and I'm now just walking with a walking stick when I go outside. When I'm around the flat, I walk around without one. And that was my way of overcoming my limiting belief and a belief that a few people had put on me. But by overcoming that, I'm now a better person for it. Do you have any examples, Sarah?
Oh yeah. Apart from childhood problems.
Yeah.
Once I was a little bit older and I was married, didn't think I'd be able to get pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I had a motorcycle accident. Luckily, I wasn't pregnant at the time,
Yeah.
but this is in my 20s, so I don't have a habit of having accidents, by the way. A car just pulled across in front of me, and I went head first into the car over the handlebars.
Yeah.
Uh,
Ouch.
I had a lot of injuries, especially leg injuries, just slightly fractured back.
Yeah.
And all I remember is laying on the floor thinking, I don't believe this. I was on my way to work
Yeah.
and I was training up to be a motorcycle instructor.
Yeah.
And just before the accident, this was in Sussex, by the way,
Yeah.
I I'd actually gone up and tried to pass an exam to get into motorcycle engineering college, Merton College in
Yeah.
London.
Yeah.
Yes, I would have to travel. That didn't bother me. And I'm laying on the floor thinking, I'm not going to be able to do any of it now.
Mm.
I was in hospital for some time. And then I was in a bungalow for a while because I wouldn't let me home unless I didn't have. And I was in a wheelchair, which really wasn't very nice. I was told I'd never walk again.
Oh,
I'm stubborn, as you know.
yes. That we
Um,
both are.
yeah. So I pushed the physios to try and help me walk.
Mm.
Um, yes, I had two crutches for a long time, but I actually started college in a wheelchair.
All right.
I wasn't giving up. It was something
I
I
don't blame you.
really, really, really wanted to do. So
Yeah.
didn't have a car because I rode motorcycles. So
Mm.
a really good friend of mine lent me a trike.
Yeah.
I could put the wheelchair on the back.
Yeah.
Um, that basically was my first year
Mm-hmm.
because they have to accommodate you, which
Yeah.
they did. They were very good actually.
Mm-hmm.
My second year, I went back, but I was on crutches,
Yeah.
so I could ride my bike. By,
Mm-hmm.
by the end of near the end of my second year, I fell pregnant.
Yeah.
And the problem is with that, it was like, ugh, I don't know what to do because I was told I couldn't have kids. I've got to have this child because it
Yeah.
may be the only one I can have.
Yeah.
So college was really, really good about it. Um, third year, I I still went back. I was still pregnant, obviously. But
Mm-hmm.
my husband didn't want me riding to and from London, from Sussex, as you can imagine. It's
Yeah.
not a short distance. So
Yeah.
he got me a car.
Mm-hmm.
So I travelled up and down with the car. And it was a pain trying to go through all the exams when you're fully pregnant with a baby kicking the hell out of you.
Yes.
It's like, question. Stay still.
Yeah, they always seem to kick at the most inappropriate times, don't they?
Oh, yeah. Or lean on your kidneys or something.
Yes, or lie against your bladder.
Yeah,
Yeah,
constantly.
that's one I had quite often.
Yeah, so. But I managed to get through all the exams. I only failed one, but that was health and safety, and I hate health and safety anyway. But it's because
Yeah.
I couldn't concentrate with being
Mm.
pregnant. But after I had the baby, they let me go back and retake it.
Yeah.
So from after 3 years, I was still on crutches. Um,
Mm.
I achieved having a baby, which I never thought I would have.
Mm-hmm.
I was a qualified motorcycle engineer, which is what I really wanted. So I wasn't going to give it up.
Mm-hmm. No.
And then a few years later, even still with crutches on the back of my bike, I started going back and training as a motorcycle instructor again.
Oh, wow.
And
That's
at the end,
amazing.
yeah, and at the end of all that, I actually ran my own motorcycle training school.
Well done, you.
Yeah, it's about
Very impressive.
it's about not if you really, really want to do something, you can do it.
Yes,
I'm a very good example of that.
that you are.
Um, and trying to get out of narcissist marriages, which Lisa's had as well.
Mm-hmm.
So with all that going on as well, but it didn't stop me. I'm one of these people. If I want something, you can't stand in my way.
No,
But
and that's a good thing to have.
oh god, yeah, I wouldn't be here if it weren't, you know, for what I
Yeah,
really wanted to do.
exactly. And that's how you came over your limiting beliefs of not being able to walk again.
Yep, or go to college, or even have a job. So
Yeah.
yeah, there was a lot to it, really.
Oh, well, that is really impressive.
Yeah,
And hats off to you.
thank you.
You're welcome. What are friends for, hey?
I know.
Right. The next part of going on this is being able to reframing negative thoughts. Now, you can do this with positive affirmations, which I have been trying to make sure I put on the page a positive quote or motivational quote Monday to Friday. Sundays, weekends, I will admit, I do tend to just veg out. But I do try and do it from Monday to Friday, do a positive quote off. Um,
Well, we can't work 7 days a week.
that is very true. Um, and I know I didn't do it first thing this morning, but I did do it. I did put up a positive quote this afternoon. Can't remember what time it was, mind you, but I know I did one.
Exactly. It doesn't matter what time it was, you did it.
Yeah. So positive affirmations encourage clients to replace negative thoughts with positive affirmations. And that is what I try and do every day from Monday to Friday. Put a positive quote up or a motivational quote or an affirmation up on the page every day to help people get through and overcome their limiting beliefs. Affirmations like, I am capable of doing this. I am capable of doing that. I can do this. I can do that. And everybody, no matter who they are, deserves success. And I find that the most successful people in the country worked hard to get there. They haven't had things handed to them on a silver platter. They've had to work hard to get that. Which these positive affirmations and or positive quotes or motivational quotes, they can help shift your mindset. If I can't remember what the quote is I put up today. I'll just double check on my phone because I've got Facebook on my phone as well now. So just have a wee look.
While Lisa's doing that, something I brought up yesterday as well, and it's something I've learned when I got some core renewal therapist, holistic
Yeah,
therapist. Um, Nobody has good thoughts straight away. We are wired the other way around.
yeah,
You will have a negative thought before a positive one, but you've got to make it a positive one.
absolutely.
That's how depression sticks
Yeah,
because we can't get on from that negative thought.
yeah,
So yeah, it's quite important people remember that because you think, well, I've had a negative thought, I can't get past it. Get past it.
yes,
Think of something you really want to do in the house, or oh no, you make yourself feel better by doing something positive,
absolutely.
and it changes it over.
And your whole day changes.
Yep,
Right, the quote I put up today was a motivational quote. And it was, don't ever feel inferior or ashamed because of being the best version of yourself.
yep.
And that one really spoke out to me. So,
Yeah,
and
I agree with you. I mean, I've had a lot of bullying because
yeah,
I'll stick up for myself.
mhm,
Um, and people won't believe this, even to the point they accused me of beating the hell out of them, considering they're like twice my height and twice my size. I don't think so. And they had me in court for it.
really.
Yeah, that's how bad they were.
Oh,
Um,
yes, I remember you telling me about this. Yes, I remember now.
yeah, but I've moved, and as Lisa knows, I didn't want to put my name out there trying to get work because I was too afraid they'll destroy my business like they destroyed anything else that I was achieving. Mainly because I was like in certain groups, and they made
Yeah,
sure that group closed down so that you know I couldn't carry on.
yeah,
But even though it's hard, I kept fighting back, kept fighting back, kept fighting back. To the point they literally followed me, stalked me,
yeah.
filmed me,
Hmm.
even to my kids. My kids ended up petrified leaving the house.
All
And
right.
at the time, um, the law isn't how it is now.
Yeah,
They basically couldn't give a shit then. Oh, write this log number down. Okay, A4 sheet of paper. What's the next log going to be?
yeah,
But right until my daughter left home, and then I moved. I moved
yeah,
completely away from them.
which is good.
Yeah, but stick to your guns, whatever.
Yes, absolutely.
Be yourself.
That's all you can be.
You'll have more people that like you for that than people like the haters. They're jealous.
Exactly.
They're jealous. You can achieve whatever you can achieve. They can't.
My thoughts exactly.
Yeah, the bully is always the weak person.
Yes, absolutely. Right. The next thing is cognitive restructuring. Now you can do this we do this by helping clients reframe negative thoughts by looking at situations from different perspectives. This can involve identifying alternative explanations or focusing on positive aspects. So, what would you, if I was trying to reframe negative thoughts for you, or vice versa, what would you do, Sarah?
Well, if it was you, say, I
Yeah.
I would obviously questions, um, get you to try and come to a positive side of something. But in
Hmm.
the end, if that doesn't work, I'll change how I work. And the main thing I would say to you is show me the evidence.
Yeah.
Show me the evidence. That is how you feel. Show me how. Show me the evidence.
Yeah.
I can't.
No.
It stuns people because then it's like, oh, I haven't got any. Well, it's not happening then, is it? you
No.
know, it's not going to
Exactly.
happen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's the best way to deal with it.
Yeah. Um, Reframing negative thoughts for me would be I'd ask I'd ask them why they thought it was a negative thought.
Yep.
And I would try and help them to put a positive on that thought instead of leaving it on a negative.
Yep.
And I will help show them that out of every negative thought can be a positive one. It can be a positive one that will be stronger than a negative.
Sometimes it's very difficult to do, and I know that because of what I've been through. And
Yeah,
sometimes you will have down days, and but you've got to sit there and think, this isn't me,
yeah,
and try and change it around. Ring a friend, tell them how you feel. They'll talk to you, they'll turn it around.
yeah,
Never feel like you're alone. There's always someone out there that will help you.
exactly, exactly. My very good point, and my thoughts exactly, my darling.
Yeah. We all feel like we're alone, especially if we're severely depressed or just feel like we can't get anywhere. Say if I was looking for a job, well, I can't get a job. I've applied 100 times. What's wrong with me?
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with you. It's whoever you're applying for the job for.
yeah.
Because there's so many people applying in for the same job nowadays.
They've got hundreds of applicants to go through, and they've got to pick the right one for their company.
Exactly. Exactly.
And it could be something in your personality. It could be something with your work, with your past work experience. It could be anything.
Yep. I mean, this is why we're now self-employed, doing what we really believe in,
Yeah,
but we never thought we would get this far, but we have. And
because we
that's why,
persevered.
yeah, I would encourage anybody out there, if you feel like we do, we feel like we can help people and we do
We
help
can.
people,
Yes.
moving people on. I mean, I've had a client with bereavement and
Hmm.
he wouldn't be where he is now if it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
If anything, he may be 6 foot under.
Yeah.
So now he's a completely different person.
Well, my sister, um, she's been through a lot medically, um, and she even just hearing my voice cheers her up and helps her turn something negative that was going on into a positive because I I have a what she calls a calming and healing voice.
You do.
Thank you. Um, and whenever I speak to her, she may say, have a little moan about something that's going on. But I'm always there, just listening and trying to help her through it.
Yeah.
And that's the sort of person I've always been.
Same here.
So,
So, I would encourage people to go the same way, especially in the way everything's going, because
yeah,
there's a lot of people out there that are even in work that if they could ring around and they think, oh, I like the voice of this person.
yeah,
If somebody doesn't come back to you, don't blame yourself.
no,
We all don't get on
don't
with
take it
everybody.
personally.
Exactly. You just carry on and you will be fine.
Exactly.
But I certainly would encourage people to come to coaching and be self employed or whatever, because once you believe in yourself 100%, as me and
Yeah,
Lisa do, we get down days still. We're
absolutely.
human beings at the end of the day. But
Exactly.
it increases your self confidence and you learn a lot about yourself.
Yes.
A lot of people, I've known some people who go out there think, I'm a life coach. They ain't got a clue because they've not been for any training.
Yeah.
And I hate that really because it puts us down. Invested
Yes.
a lot of time in training.
Hmm.
But you've got to think about your strengths and your weaknesses, and you've got
Hmm.
to just make a list. As in,
Oh, I had that.
yeah, as you'll notice, with me and Lisa, every time we make a mistake, we just laugh because
Yes.
rather than go, oh God, that didn't go right, did it? Oh, we're going to do it again next time. Don't think like that.
Exactly.
It's not what I think. Just laugh.
Sorry, I do apologise.
It's all right. I'll let you off.
Thank you. And as me and Sarah were talking about the other day, setting realistic goals,
Yeah.
setting smart goals, and we guide the client in setting specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals. That's in short, smart goals. Um, this will always help. Oh, sorry, my mum is now calling. Um,
That's why you should turn your phone off.
yeah,
Just gone a couple of.
just gonna message my mum saying sorry on another call.
Is she all right?
I don't know, but I've just put sorry on another call. We'll call after.
But yeah, I mean, with clients as well, whilst Lisa's doing that, you've got to be a good listener, active listener,
Yes.
um, asking powerful questions. And we would give you a list of the powerful questions anyway if
Mhm.
you came on the course with us. We try and give out as much as we can when we're doing the free 5 days. And next week,
Yeah,
I'm doing mine, and Lisa's going to be my guest because we work very well together.
we do indeed.
And I learn a lot about health and nutrition.
Always glad to help, my darling. Right. This will help the client to help them to create a clear action plan and stay motivated, which is most important. You have to keep your motivation going. And if you set clear, relevant, specific, measurable, achievable, time-bound goals, then you keep your motivation, because every time you've achieved that little step, you feel more confident and you feel like, "Oh, I've accomplished that one, I can do the next one. If I can do the next one, I can do the one after, and the one after, and the one after, and the one after, or however many it is they need."
But setting
Well,
such small tasks at
yes,
a time, like Lisa's saying, it doesn't matter how many hurdles you've got to jump, as long as you get over the hurdles.
exactly. Exactly. And if you're having trouble getting over the hurdles, we will help you to get over the hurdles.
Yep.
We will find out what's stopping you from getting over that hurdle, and that try and help you overcome that so that you can get over that hurdle. Small steps encouraging clients to break down larger goals into smaller ones and manageable ones. And we celebrate the victories that will also help build confidence and momentum for the client. We love doing all this, don't we?
Yeah.
Yes. And having a life coach that loves being a life coach is more motivational for the client, because they see your passion for it and they think, "I want to have passion like that in something." And
Yep.
they will work harder to find that passion.
Yep.
So, and oh, I've only got a few more. Setting realistic goals. Oh no, I've already done that one, haven't I? Oh, that's me going off on one again. Building self-confidence, strengths and achievements. We encourage the client to reflect on their strengths and past achievements. This will help boost their self-confidence and remind them of their capabilities. Now, everyone is capable of doing something. And if you want something that much, then you're capable of achieving that. Everyone is capable.
Of achieving something.
Absolutely. In developing skills, we support the client in developing new skills or improving existing ones. This can increase their competence and self-efficiency, which is a good thing. It's very empowering. If you increase the client's competence and self-efficiency, it boosts their confidence and self-esteem and motivates them further. Now, I remember when Sarah was training me to be a life coach, and I had one goal in mind, that I wanted to help a lot of people. I won't say what the other one was because my hubby's here. So, well, okay, I can't say it, to be honest. I wanted to be able to earn more than what he did. And that was my main motivation for achieving the training as quickly as I did.
Yep. You were good as well.
Um,
You were a very good student.
yeah, I appreciate that. I love being a good student. I
Yeah, we've got a heart of gold as well.
appreciate that as well. Thank you. And you have a heart of God as well. And you're such a lovely teacher.
Oh, I'm glad about that.
And you didn't give me grief if I forgot to do the homework because you understood, because you've been through the same thing as me with accidents and you understood. But I did do my homework as we were doing the next lesson.
Yeah,
So I was getting it done in one way or another, some shape or form, but I got it done.
that doesn't matter. You still achieved it.
Exactly. And that has boosted my confidence. And that's what I want to do for my clients. I want to help boost their confidence as well.
Yeah,
Um, creating a supportive environment. Now, when you create a supportive environment for your client, you need to encourage a positive relationship and encourage clients to surround themselves with supportive and positive people. Any person that's negative, I'd say try and keep them at a distance. Still talk to them because they might still be a good person, but they have negative thoughts about everything and always try and put you down. Try your hardest not to listen and say, well, actually, I am doing this. I will do this. I can do this. And I can accomplish this. I have the capacity. Is that the right word? Capacity?
yeah,
Yeah, capacity that, and capability of accomplishing this.
yeah.
So, a strong supported network, whether it just be me or Sarah or even your parents, can provide encouragement and motivation. And I know it did for me. And that's what I want to help my clients get as well. I
Yeah,
want to help them have a positive and supportive relationship with me where I can help them say, look, you've managed to do this. Now set yourself up for the next little one. And when you've accomplished that one, you can then move forward and do that. You can do this. You are capable and you are strong and you have the willpower to do this.
people don't realise how strong they actually are inside,
Mhm.
but it's getting that
Yeah,
inside out.
exactly. I mean, for example, I didn't think I was gonna survive my accident,
Mm,
but my um, maternal instincts to get better for my kids quickly got me out of hospital and
so,
back in their lives within 3.5 months,
yeah.
beginning to end. So we have that ability. We can do it.
I don't know if you had the same as me, but I was probably unconscious like you, but I had little bits. I don't know if it was real or not. And apparently, I didn't say it, but in the helicopter,
Yeah,
I felt like I was trying to shout at the pilot or whoever was sat with me. Um, I was dying, which I basically was. Um,
yeah,
but it was really weird when I woke up in intensive care because it was like that's all I remembered was that.
yeah,
It was quite scary when that's going through your head.
exactly. Yeah.
It must have been the subconscious.
Subconscious can be a powerful element.
Yeah, one way or
Yes. Well, yeah, exactly. So I got a bit of an itch.
It's all right. I mean, I got a funny way of thinking about it because all I think is like, think of the red devil this side and the white angel this side, and basically they're
Yeah,
like, oh, you can do good. There you go. You can do it. There you
yeah,
go. Just think of it like that, and then eventually you'll laugh because you'll think, how stupid am I doing that? But it's not
yeah,
something that does actually work.
yeah. No, I can agree with you on that one. Yes.
If you're telling one of them to bugger off,
Yeah, no, I was putting it politely.
yeah,
Um, always try and surround yourself with professional support.
yeah,
Suggest seeking support from a coach like me or Sarah, a therapist or mentor who can provide guidance and help clients work through their limiting beliefs. Now, we are more than capable of helping, supporting you, um, overcoming your limiting beliefs.
yeah.
And do you know what? I've forgotten what I was going to say then.
That's the only other problem, isn't it, with a short-term memory? Because you start
Yes,
talking, and then it just goes, "What was I talking about?"
exactly. Yeah,
And people think,
and that,
"You're mad." No, I just can't think.
yeah, and it's it's just it's really weird. It just I was talking to start talking, and I was like, and then it just went clean out of my head, and I can't remember what it was.
Have you ever done it as well? Where I've done it where apparently, because I didn't know I was doing it, started off on one conversation, changed conversation in the middle, and then ended up on something completely different.
Yeah,
Because when you
we've
start,
done
you
that
can't
quite a
remember
few
what you're
times.
saying.
Yeah, and we've done that countless times, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
So if I remember what I was going to say, I will quickly jump back in with it, but I'll go on to the next bit, which is visualization and mindfulness. Visualization teach clients to visualize their success and imagine themselves achieving their goals.
Yeah.
Now, that is quite a powerful visualization, and this can also create a positive mindset and increase motivation. Now, I've had I've had family and friends ask my advice or seek my guidance on things, and I've helped them through, not realizing how much of an actual coach I was. It wasn't until you, Sarah, pointed it out that I could be a good life coach. That I thought was thinking back on it, thinking, hang on, I've been doing this all these years and not realizing that I was actually doing it.
Exactly.
And having a visualization and thinking, yeah, I can do this. It is really powerful, and is a good motivation because if you can see yourself doing something, you can do it.
Yeah. And people will have doubts even through the training. But all you
Yeah,
need to do is tell us, tell us privately, send a message.
yeah,
Like, I really need to talk to you. I'm really struggling. We'll hop
yeah,
on a phone call with you.
yeah, absolutely.
You're not on your own.
Never, never on your own. Um, Another good one is mindfulness practice. Um, like Sarah's been doing done a coronal therapy course, introduced mindfulness practices such as meditation or deep breathing exercises. which you've helped me with a lot. Sorry, excuse me.
And
These can help,
hypnotherapy.
yeah, and they can actually help clients stay present and reduce anxiety relating to their limiting beliefs. Now, for me, hypnotherapy was amazing. I loved it.
The first
And I'm
time for
looking
you.
forward to, yeah, and I'm looking forward to doing it again
Yep, which we will do
because
soon.
thank you. I really appreciate that. Because that has helped me overcome, I won't go into detail. It was, I had a limiting belief about something that in my early 20s and early 30s, I was always told that I couldn't do something and I believed it. And Sarah helped me see that I actually can do it
Yeah.
if I
Don't
put my
listen to
mind
other
to
people.
it. Exactly. Um, Listen to yourself and think and know yourself that you can do something. Um, Whether it be walking without a stick or actually taking your first steps from after being in a wheelchair for so long.
Yeah.
Your mind overcomes and helps your body to get all the uh, nerves and things in your body to start reacting to what you want to happen. And if you want that to happen bad enough, then your mind will overcome your physical aspects and you will do it. Um, or if you dream of becoming an astronaut one day, you've got enough willpower to think, I really want to do that. That is something I really, really want to do. Your mind will help your body to prepare for that and help you go through training and get you up into space. Anything is possible if you put your mind to it.
Yeah.
And if you want it bad enough, anything is possible.
Yep.
And what we try and help our clients with is know that there is no limitations to what you can do. None whatsoever.
It's about reframing those negative thoughts. Think
Yeah,
about a picture. Hold on, I'm going to stick them on that picture and now turn to positive.
yeah,
It's just everybody finds their own little way of doing it.
yeah.
Once we've opened their minds to all sorts of things that they
Mm-hmm.
can do, I'm not good enough. I can't change. Yes, you can.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and generally these thoughts come from other people putting you down.
Yes.
It's
And
not
putting your
coming from,
confidence down.
yep, people saying, well, there's no way you can do that. And straight away you're like, maybe I can't.
Yeah,
And that's where it kicks in. Um,
exactly.
but that's where you need a coach or close friend that's very smiley and good to
I'm
help
very
get
happy
you,
and bubbly.
yeah, uh, um, to try and get you to think, hold on, these people are, putting me down. That's not my thoughts.
No, it's not your fault.
No. And
It's
at the end of the day, what they think is not me. They don't know me.
no,
And that's the way
not
you
at
think
all.
about it.
Exactly. And you need to get to the point where you can think, oh, they told me I couldn't do it. but I'm going to do it and prove them wrong.
Yeah.
I know I don't know what you'd call it. I think it's stubbornness. And
Determination.
yes,
If anybody says you
um,
can't do something, say, I'm going to prove you wrong.
exactly. And that's the way you get over things. And that's the way you get to go do the things that you want to do.
Exactly.
I mean, for example, when I was in secondary school, it's going back,
It's a long time. I'm joking.
yeah, a long time. I don't even want to count the years at the moment. Too scary. But I was in a mixed school and I got a D in my GCSEs in maths. I was pregnant with my second daughter and I went back to night college and retook my maths GCSE. And I had her before we took our marks. And a friend brought me the mock exam paper over. I had done it, got them to hand it back in. I think it was a week or something after I had her. I was back in college and I got a B in maths
Brilliant.
because I was determined that I was going to get a better grade.
Yep. That's what it's
So,
about.
absolutely. Now, when you need to take action, the last part of it is taking action. Now, action orientated approach. We encourage our clients to take proactive steps toward their goals. By taking action, even small steps can help build momentum and reduce the power of limiting beliefs. Now, I believe that with all my heart, that taken, like Neil Armstrong said, one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Definitely.
One small step, it leads you to a better future and being a better person and being a more positive person. Learning from failure, and that is the best way to learn. You fail at something, you work harder to actually pass that same thing. By teaching our clients to view failures and setbacks as learning opportunities rather than as reflection of their worth, this will help them to develop resilience and persistence and determination. It'll help provide them with saying, well, I failed this time. I'm going to work harder, and next time I'm going to pass and
Yep.
I'm going to achieve it. And even if they fail it 2, 3 times, it will help you to gain the momentum and the confidence of working harder to achieve your goal. And that's what coaching is about, working hard to achieve your goals.
I mean, one thing I don't like, it's written everywhere, is people call it failure. Doesn't matter what it is. I don't like saying it's failure because that makes you feel even worse.
Yeah,
It's a setback.
no, I agree. It was just the first word that popped into my head. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, that's the problem. It is because as you thought you failed at that exam, you're going to carry on with that mindset of that word.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the first word that popped into my head. Sorry.
That's
Um,
right. Obviously, it's at least you know now.
yeah, I mean, every setback is a learning opportunity, is a
Learn.
learning curve. So if you persist and then you're determined that that's something that you really want to do, then the next time you'll get it.
Yep. Because you've learned a lesson
Exactly.
and you improve on
And
it.
life is all about lessons.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We never stop learning.
Yes.
I don't, you don't. We always learn something each day.
Yes. And as my mother told me when I was little, you learn something new every day.
Oh, yeah.
No matter what it is, you'll learn something new every day.
Yeah, could be something really
And
stupid.
exactly. And that is true. I've learned something, whether it be big, little, or in the middle, new, something. I've learned something every day.
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's like you've learned from me. I learned from other, you know, coaches or therapists or whatever. It's like, oh, I didn't know that. I did that
Yeah,
yesterday. You know, it's like, moment.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. So, but I am going to have to really apologize to everyone now because I'm going to have to cut this a couple of minutes short because I really need to go to the toilet.
No, Lisa, that's being truthful.
Sorry for I need the toilet.
That's all right. I can wrap it up. You go to it.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
That's all right. Again, well, people will know if you've got had children, you get a very weak bladder afterwards. But I hope you enjoyed this session and I hope you've learned stuff. We tend to try and put more into it than a lot of other people do because it's so important to get the basics so you actually do want to learn it. Um, I think you're all amazing and you can beat everything you want to. If you think about what me and Lisa have spoken about, especially me, that doesn't mean I've been through more than Lisa. I don't think of it like that. Anybody who's going through anything, to them, it's really big. So to me, it's really big for them. It's just helping people. So if you really want to help people, you can join us. Okay. Well, we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place.